The biggest headline following the 2023 NFL Draft was the massive fall for Kentucky quarterback Will Levis. Some people thought that this was a guarantee to be a top 10 pick. I frankly thought that there was certainly a possibility based on the projection and the possibility that the NFL really liked what he brought to the table. And then we also had Reddit try to convince us that he could be the first overall pick, and he ends up going completely out of the first round. Now we're going to see where he lands on day two. But many people are asking, why the hell did this guy, who at one point during the college football season was considered to be the first overall pick, goes and completely falls out of the first round? Here's the reason why I think this happened. One, from just a talent perspective, I and a lot of media members, and I think the NFL were on the same page with, if you look at Will Levis and what he brings to the table, massive arm, big, strong kid, good athlete. All of those traits are first round traits. But if you look past those things and a lot of his deficiencies, they make him a day two project, a guy that is not a guarantee to succeed and a high possibility of, I would argue, strong possibility of failure. His decision making is abysmal at times. And it's not a circumstance of he's still figuring things out, he's still learning. He's been a starter for 2 years. And you watch on tape some of the bad throws that he makes are really head-scratching decisions. They're decisions that you see where you're trying to make sense of what he was thinking through on those plays. That type of decision-making feels like a natural lack of feel for the game. And then on top of that, having a big arm is nice, but he's one of those players that I feel doesn't have natural touch. A lot of times these quarterbacks with big arms don't know how to take speed off the football, which sets up his receivers to make inconsistent catches. The ball bounces in and out of their hands. There's a lot of times where I watch him throw flare routes and he's ripping it at guys. So all these deficiencies are a big reason why he, for the NFL, was not somebody who made sense as a first round pick, or at the very least was a fringe first round pick. And for anybody who wants to make the argument of, well, Anthony Richardson was also a project, well, there's a massive difference between the two of them. Anthony Richardson is a much younger prospect with one season as a starter under his belt and is a far better athlete. His mistakes come from a lack of experience, and it's evident on tape that when he messes up, it's because the game is moving too fast for him and he needs time to get acclimated. He's a natural athlete that's going to figure it out. On the other side here with Levis, he is not a football player that I have a lot of confidence is eventually going to have that feel for the game where he can set up his team to succeed. Again, with all that in mind, I think the other aspect here, from what I had heard, and I don't know this for sure, apparently he came off very strong in the team interviews that he did. When he met with teams, he came off way too intense. And that, I think, coupled with the question marks in his talent, freaked a lot of teams out. I don't really push this on a lot of players, but Will Levis, to me, out of anybody in this class, feels like he's going to be a bust. I'm hoping that things work out for the kid, but I just don't see a way that this succeeds. And it makes sense to see where he ends up going, somewhere on day two, most likely. And honestly, it makes sense to me that the NFL caught up and was able to make the right decision and didn't get faked out by the fool's gold that is his arm talent and his physical tools. Let me know what you think in the comments. Comment below if you agree or disagree and where maybe you think he's going to end up. I just want to tell you folks about an exciting new partnership that we have with this channel with Underdog Fantasy. Ever since I joined, I've been having so much fun. There are so many different exciting games that make watching games during the offseason more exciting. I'm not the biggest basketball fan, but it has made it way more entertaining since I found Underdog Fantasy. And my favorite game to play so far, which I think you should try out, is Pick'em. It is so easy to play. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single night. Underdog keeps it simple with their easy-to-use website and mobile apps. Pick between 2 and 5 players to fill out your Pick'em slip, get every pick right, and take home some cold hard cash. Use code HACK, H-A-C-K, HACK, like the name of this channel. Use code HACK to get your first deposit doubled up to $100 by Underdog. Go sign up. You won't regret it. You're going to have a blast. Check out Underdog Fantasy. I also want to tell you folks about our other recurring sponsor that we have on this channel, that being BetOnline. betonline.ag, which has all the updated odds, news, and anything for sports betting. It's my go-to source for when I want to be betting specifically on games. I love betting on college basketball or the NBA, especially again during the off season. Always looking for more fun ways to be focused in on some of these other sports. It's betonline.ag and use promo code BELIEVE50. It's promo code BELIEVE50 to get 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.